Again, sorry, network wanted to cut us short, but nothing's gonna stop this night. Of course, the man of fire is coming here, so we're gonna have it hot. So nothing's gonna stop this night from happening. Yes, we are back again. This is still the BRL conversation, and we are live. All right. So just in case you're wondering, what does the BRL mean? What is the BRL conversation? I'm sure you know what the conversation already means. So what you might be struggling with is what does BRL mean? BRL simply means business, relationship, and lifestyle conversation. And so that's what we're going to have in here. And we will be looking at the glitz, something beyond the glitz and glamour you see on social media. You know, it's a show for thought leaders, content creators, entrepreneurs, business persons, and all that. Those are the kind of persons who will be having on this show. And right here, we will be looking at behind the scenes about these people's lives. What are the things that make them tick? What are the frailties they have? What are those things that you don't get to see on social media? That is what we'll be discussing and we'll be sharing here on the BRL conversation. And yes, I can see already we have the beautiful Precious Salako is already here. She has joined us live. Yes, I'm sure it's all the way from Lagos. I also have Tosi for Real 2017 has joined us, and I'm sure that is David. All right, David is also here for the BRL conversation. Thank you guys for coming. Yeah, just say hi in the comment section. I'm sure that you can hear me clearly. Just say hi to us, so I'm sure you can hear me. And if you're watching from Lagos, as I expect that both of you should be watching from, comment there, watching from Lagos. All right. So welcome, Precious. Welcome, David, to the conversation. Yes, we are live, and shortly we'll be expecting to have. Yes, I see your hi. Yes, I see you. I see you. Yes, boss, from David. We'll be expecting our guest for tonight. He's having a little technical issues, network at his end. I hope that gets off and we can have him join us live on this show. All right. Yes, good evening, David. I can see you. Yes. Precious, as always, is watching from Lagos. I thought you have Jackpot. Thank you, you have no Jackpot. Yes, Precious is watching us from Lagos. We also have Tosi watching us from Lagos. Yeah, these are the two persons already on the show. It's a pleasure to have you here. Most definitely the man of the moment, the man we've been waiting for, the man that has, that brings fire wherever he goes, is around the corner. And I will be bringing him up live so that we can kick off the show. We don't have to waste any time. I'm sure those who are not here would definitely join us later. And also they would have a chance to watch the replay, even if you don't. Special guest we have on the show tonight. He is none other than the one man on fire. He is called Mr. Hollis Idabor. He is the CEO of Media Digital Consult. No, that's not it. He is the CEO of Media Nation. It's a nation is controlling right here, not just not a business brand. All right. So it's glad to have you, Mr. Hollis. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I can see we both have punk. Okay, that's one to have in common. I just noticed that. We keep the punk. And is it a media thing that they keep punk in media? I don't know. All right. So you're welcome. Welcome to the BRL conversation. It's a pleasure to have you here. A big man at that. To bring out big masquerade, you have to water the ground very well. And I'm glad that you had to break protocols. You didn't have to start, throwing all the whole palm front on the ground like a triumphant entry of Jesus Christ into the holy city. You just honored our invitation, and right here you are live to share with us on the BRL conversation. It's a pleasure to have you once more. Welcome once more.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay, I can see there are already some great people who are joining. Yes, I can see Energetic EJ is already here, also joining us live. I can see John J. Babs, they are here already watching us live. And there's so many other persons who will be joining us live to see the one man on fire on the BRL conversation. You carry fire wherever you go, so the fire is attracting them. They want to hear what the fire that will come out this night. Yes, it's going to be an epic battle, like I've said, between the good moderator and one man on fire. And I can't wait to get it off the road. So let's start this way, quickly to the conversation. Let's start this way. Who were you before you became one man on fire? I'm sure it was not when you were born you became one man on fire. There was somebody before one man on fire. So who were you before you became One Man on Fire? Let's start that way.
Okay. First and foremost, let me appreciate those who are watching live on the Rex. I think I'm seeing energetic EJ. I celebrate you, my dear beloved sister. Thank you for coming around. I can see Giga. Is it Giga? I can see Giga, the boss writer. She's live here. I can see the amazing Precious. She's here. I can see Tosin. I can see Dignities around. This is me saying thank you. And I can say that this conversation, if you are not here, you are missing a lot, because I'm a very private person. I'm a very, very private person. I don't think about myself so much. So I think it's like court of law. I don't have option than to just be here. So thank you very much, sir. So who was I before I became the One Man on Fire? So first and foremost, I was one man. I was one young guy who was very, very intelligent, because my papa now book himself. My father was an emblem of wisdom. So even as at 3 a.m. every single day, as at the age of 9, 10 years, he wake up and say, "Come and study to see yourself approved." So I was always studying at a very, very young age. So some things I know, it's not even it, but I was very intelligent, but I don't feel it, what's it called? I can, those that you know so much, but you give little, because you can't even communicate. You can't communicate what's it called? What you have inside of you. You know, you are scared of rejection. You are scared of, will they shut me up? Will they say I'm not good enough? All this kind of thing. Basically, because you are scared of what they will say and how to put your words together. So I was one man who was filled with wisdom, but it's hard to communicate what I know to people. Sure, you get the point. So I was that kind of. So, however, when I see people speak now, I see people do this thing, I was like, what is there to do? So I break out of that chain and shackles by standing in front of the mirror. My father told me to stand in the mirror for good 6 months. I think 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the evening. No, 30 minutes in the afternoon, then 30 minutes with my dad in the evening when he come back from work. 30 minutes in the morning, from 6:30, no, from 6:20 to around 6:50 before I go to school in the morning. Then in the afternoon, when I come back from school, I will do it again. Then in the evening, when I come, my dad will say, "Sit down, talk to me. I'm a president of one thing." He was getting that kind of thing. So I would talk to my father on that thing. So that was the way I break through that shackles of being being afraid of talking to the crowd and speaking. That was why I break through. I literally stood in front of mirror for a good 6 months, talking to mirror, talking to myself. Hollis, you can do it. You can do that thing. And that's how I break through. That's how I break through. But that, even after I break through, that does not make me One Man on Fire. One Man on Fire is, I think, is around few years ago. One Man on Fire realm was, I was after I break through that realm, I was teaching, I was talking, I was communicating. But when God told me that, Hollins, you are a catalyst to this generation, that through you, people will be on fire. That a lot of persons who are comfortable where they are, but I want to make you the fire that will spur people into action. That when you are around, that people are not comfortable with them being themselves. That was how One Man on Fire came about, and that's how it is. So even after I left that Chakos realm, I was not still One Man on Fire. I was still Hollins. One Man on Fire realm came as a stand of when God told me that there are a lot of persons who are comfortable in their comfort zone, and comfort zone are the killer of destiny and future. That when they are around, when I'm around them, that I would literally set them on fire. Like I'm like a force that push them to work. So that's why I became One Man on Fire. Not even that part. So next question, please. I think I am here for you.
All right. That's how you became One Man on Fire. Did you hear it? I hope you guys heard how the journey 6:20 in front of the mirror, trying to build, confidence and public speaking.
But Mr. Loveday, see, hold on. Yeah. I think I didn't share this part. Okay. There was a time in my life whereby I was doing so much. Let me not say spiritual forces. Let me not call spiritual forces. I don't believe in those kind of things. So I was doing so much. I was traveling for events, but a time came that I became a stammerer. As they call it stammerer, people that I cannot talk. I not stammer. It's just stammer they call it. I can't fully talk.
Yes, it's stammer.
So I stammer when I want to talk. Like I was not a stammerer. It was something that I don't know where it came from. I couldn't talk for 10 minutes. I like I miss my words. So at that point in time, I would slap myself, like I was have to slap myself and get angry. If I'm not angry, I can't talk freely. I can't talk freely until I am angry. So I will call each time I have a speaking engagement, either virtual or physical. I will call somebody that slap me 3 times, 4 times first. If it's virtual event, before I'll come on live like this. I will say slap me. You will slap me 5 times, 6 times, 7 times till I'm angry. Until I am angry, I won't go live. So it's when I'm angry, I'm able to teach. So if there's nobody around to slap me, I'll slap myself. I will slap myself, eat myself. If I don't slap myself, I will be walking around the area or my compound. I'll be angry. I must be angry before I can speak. So I keep doing it for months after months. Then if I'm teaching, it didn't start by choice. It started by that was a resolution for me to speak. I could not speak without slaps, without using my head to knock something, be angry, take it. I could not do that because I literally stammer before I speak. So I don't call it spiritual forces, but I think that was God's way of making me who that's how I became 1 man on fire, because I would be very hot. I would take all the fans away, off the AC, off everything, and ensure I am hot. If I am not hot, I cannot speak. I became when I'm very hot, if I'm talking, I'll be like, yes. If not, I'll be stammering. I'll be stammering about this to call it. So that's how I became 1 on fire. That's the result of 1 on fire. So until I am hot, if I can teach. So even after I finish teaching, before I can calm down, it's not 30 minutes. So after I finish teaching, I would still be angry. It's hard for me to stop because I am hot. It's hard for me to stop. So I don't stop on time. It's after I will not sit down like this. I'm done teaching. Yeah, calm down. I will not calm down first. So even if I finish the session with anybody, I will still be talking because it is still flowing. You get the point now? So I need to become hot. So even so that before I can teach, and even after I finish teaching, like for 30 minutes or even an hour, I am still hot. That point, that's when my life changed. Now when I travel for events and I'm speaking, nobody can stand and watch me. I was in an event, and the guest speaker that spoke, big people supposed to have were leaving already. But once I heard the mic and I said the first thing, everybody sat down. As in dignitaries that came for the event, they sat down. The videographer that was videoing the event was covering the event. He had the camera and sat down. So I observed that since that time, anywhere I'm speaking, everywhere is shaking, and I don't talk to your ear, I talk to your heart. So that's how it is. So next question, please. A lot of revelations are gonna happen today. Go ahead.
Wow, that's massive. Guys, I told you that today you're gonna hear secrets you've never had before. Even me, I've not had this one before. Yeah, this is just the beginning. Okay. So now you guys know how he became one man on fire and the secrets behind that. And thank you for sharing that very passionate. Now let's look at this other question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now, before you found your, I know what you do right now. Before you found your purpose in terms of the business you're doing, because it's a business, relationship, and lifestyle conversation. So let's talk about the business side. So before you started being a relationship strategist, which I know you are, and of course I know that you have built relationship in over 52 countries, before you got to that point where you understood that this is your line, what were you doing? What are the things you have done? What are the businesses you have done? You've tried out. You know, tell us.
Okay. First of all, you know, me, I believe that it's not everybody. The kind of person that I am, God takes me through different realms, and at different phases, I'm different persons. You know, before I dive into relationship aspects and the other things, what I was literally doing was helping people discover who they were, their talents, their gifts, spoil them to get to what they were doing, and along the line, when I was doing those things, I was building relationship. I was building, no, everything is connected to the same thing. I was building relationship with people, and you know, I now understood the relationship factor in whatever you are doing. You know, I came to the online space with an itel phone I bought for 4-5 in Benin, and I look at myself that I've come this far. It is relationship, so it's all turned to the point where I'm asking, okay, I've done so well in this area. Oh my God, I've done so well in this area of teaching people how to discover themselves and other things. I still do those things till now, but I'm not focused in those things now. So I think my main focus now is on building relationship, and it will not end there. The more God takes you to that realm, it gives you on that assignment. So I believe I'm different person at different points. Before, what I was basically doing was helping people discover the essence of their existence. That's what I was basically doing.
All right. So were there other physical businesses you did? Maybe you know, like were there other physical businesses you are trying your hands on?
I think I was working. I was doing 9 to 5 then. 9 to 5. I was doing 9 to 5. I was working with a communication company. I don't mention name, in Lagos. I was doing 9 to 5 then. I was doing well then. I was doing 9 to 5 then. I was working for a communication company in Lagos. I was their, what was it called? I was an athlete manager, and later became an accountant and the other things and so on and so forth. I was doing 9 to 5 there, and I think let's stop there. You know,
that you have to say it. Go ahead and say it. This is where you have to say it.
That was where that was where I gathered money to go to school. You know, I joined the company. I was not even qualified. I was not qualified when I joined the company. I was not qualified. I was not qualified. I joined there with the school start. You know, the school start. They didn't employ me because I was qualified. I was employed because of the way I speak, the way I spoke when I got there. They were looking for master degree holder and BSc. I was not in BSc or master degree then. But I told them, I said, I came for the job. They said, we're looking for master and BSc. I said, then, many years ago. I told them, I'm not a BSc holder, I'm not a master degree holder, but I can meet your target and do other things. I told them what I can do. And when I got the job, in 3 months, I was what's it called? I was promoted 3 times, and they increased my salary 3 good times, and that was why I gathered money. Yeah, that was I gathered money to go to school, so that I studied economics. So I'm an economist today because of that point. That place really blessed my life sincerely. So I was not qualified for that place yet. So it was that at that point I was making a lot of money, and they're like, see, Hollis, you must go to school because you're making so much money and you're not even thinking about it because I was not like Oga. Check it. I was not like Oga. So they now gave me a deadline and said I should go to school. If I don't go to school, they will change my other things and other things. So that was I said, okay, let me not go to school. That's why I went back to school and from there I started doing other things in school.
All right.
I was a massive beast in school. I remember. Go ahead.
Okay. Moving on. Yeah, Oga. Yeah, Clinton. I see that. Okay, so moving on. There's one thing I'm sure everybody who is on this live or a couple of persons would want to know. There's a particular name that has been sweeping the internet space for a while now, for a couple of months now. And maybe some other persons might be hearing, we have had Meteor. What is Meteor and all that? What is the vision of Meteor? How did it come about? What is the goal of Meteor? All right.
What's the
Who's
vision
behind Meteor? So this is that part. Can you hear me?
I can hear the vision, right?
Yeah, so no, not just a vision. What is Meteor itself? People would want to know. How did you come about Meteor? What is Meteor? Some persons might not really know, they've just been hearing Meteor everywhere. Everywhere they turn on their phones, they see Meteor. What is even this Meteor about? How did you come about this Meteor? And give us, the background story on how this Meteor came about.
Okay. Because I have another class where I said just call me. So I think that might probably be my last question that I'll be taking. I'm having on that session I need to attend to very soon. I have to just come. So let me just explain this. First of all, Meteor is a ladder to many. Okay, Meteor is a family. Meteor is a nation, and the goal of Meteor is to connect, collaborate, and cash out. In the sense that many of us, there's a training video on the internet space of an entrepreneur that was trying to climb the staircase of success. You know that video now? Yeah. You see that video? It's trending now. That man was falling and was starting from the former point because there are no support system. So Meteor is a support system to everyone that desires to be heard globally. So Meteor is the home of kings, the home of territorial commanders, people that want to dominate sectors. The goal of Meteor is that every Meteor will be the determinant of patterns in every sector and industry. Like we have Mark Zuckerberg now. Mark can decide to close Facebook now. Everybody will crash because he is a territorial commander in that industry, in the media industry. Get what I'm making? So the goal of Meteor Nation is to ensure that every Meteor is a territorial commander in an industry, in a sector, that you're not just following suit, you're the one determining the pattern for others to follow. So what we're teaching in Meteor is that the Bible says that one will chase 1,000, but two will chase 10,000. You get what I'm saying now? So in Meteor, it's not about just you. It's about people coming together to succeed. It's about joining hands together to succeed. Meteor is a ladder to whatever you are doing, be it a doctor, a pastor, a lawyer, an economist, whatever you are doing. Meteor is a ladder for you. But however, Meteor revolves around so many things. Number one is we have Meteor Business School. Meteor Business School is aimed to teach business CEOs, business people, the top-notch strategies to top that game at the global market. We have Meteor Digital Skill Academy. The Skill Academy is aimed towards equipping creatives with digital skills that will make them thrive in the global market, because the global market revolves around skills. So that academy is meant to teach people, creatives, people to impact the nation with skills, digital skills precisely. We also have what we call Meteor Digital Consult. This is the business consulting firm that revolves around helping business grow their visibility, productivity, and profitability. So if you're a business brand and you want to increase your profit, Meteor is the way, the truth, and the life. Basic truth. Meteor is the way, the truth, and the life. If you want to scale, if you want to play local games, don't come to Meteor. But if you want to play the global level, Meteor is the way. Basic truth. Meteor is the way. So if there's any business person watching this video right now, I'm speaking now, and we offer tons of services that will help you accelerate your business. And I will stop there. And I'll stop there because of our time.
All right. You say you are rushing. There's still so much to talk about, but let me cut it down, and so we can move very fast. So let's leave the business part. Meteor, of course, it's a brand that you guys must patronize. A brand, Meteor Nation is the place you should be. You know, Meteor Digital Consult is a brand you should patronize. You know, and of course, Meteor Skill Academy. You can go there and learn as much skills as you want in the digital space. And of course, we also have the Meteor Business School, which is for executives and those fantastic brand. Make sure you follow Meteor all the way. So moving on, I want to move quickly to the relationship side. I'm sure a lot of persons also want to hear this aspect. I hope you're still with us, Mr. Hollis.
I am here. I'm here.
So let's move quickly to the relationship angle, the relationship side. This is one place a lot of persons like shying away from, but we must talk about it. All right, and it's important. So first question, I know. Let me just say I know. Let me ask: are you married or you're single? I think the audience should hear that. Let me not answer for you.
I am not married. I'm engaged. I'm in a relationship.
All right, you hear that, guys? You heard that he is in a relationship. I didn't hear that.
Searching. I'm not searching. I have searched and I have found.
Hallelujah. He has searched and he has found. All right, so but let's share a little of your past from with you. I'm sure the person you have found now is not the first person you have ever dated. Neither, hopefully it's going to be the last person you're going to be dating, but that's not I'm not sure it's the first you have dated. So tell us, what has been the experience so far in terms of relationship? Have you had? I'm sure you've had experiences over the years with people, the female folks and all that. So what have been your experiences and what lessons you have learned, you know, that you can share with people so that others can also learn and not make the same mistakes you have made? So what are the relationship mistakes, you know, you have learned in the past, and what are the advice you can give to people who are also finding like you so they can find?
Oh, okay. First of all, I'm not the person that really went involved into religion. I mean, I've been a man of what's it called, myself all these years. So I've not really, do you get? I don't want to explore. You know, when you are a child of God, when you're a child of God, some things just work to your favor. Okay, some things just. I'm not one person that really explore north, south, east, west before getting the heart of my heart. No, I didn't go through that. But however, I think I've been involved in a relationship before now. So what I would say first of all is that what is my experience? What is my experience, right? And I think my experience has been cool. You know, the one I left, like we didn't end up together. It's not because she wasn't good enough, or she wasn't good. She was very amazing. I can say very much that she's not the best woman any man can see. Definitely. But when you're a man of purpose, a visionary, let me explain what marriage is to you. Let me explain what marriage is to you. Okay, for instance, if you know, partners, your partners in marriage. It's not. Let me see if I can get something to explain this thing to you. Okay. Now, can you see this? Can we see this? Can you see this now?
Yes, of course.
Can you see this very much now? In marriage or relationship that will go far. Okay, let me not use this. Let me use this part. Now, let me use this part. Now, some phones this port is different, right? This ports are different, right? Very much. So the fact that this thing is working, and can charge a phone. The fact this thing is working and can charge a phone does not mean that this thing can charge your phone. The fact that this thing is working and can charge a phone does not mean it can charge your phone.
Mm. Mm.
So this thing can be valid, but invalid in your life.
Mm. Mm.
So the validity of your partner must be that it's not just good. Is it good for you?
Mm. Mm.
There are many good girls out there. Oh. As a matter of fact, I'm a man that many good girls is attracted to. Definitely, they come in surplusity. Again, you know, when you have option to choose from many good, it's more dangerous. You know, when you're a man of vision, a man of vision, a man of purpose, a God-fearing man, it's more even hard to marry. It's more hard to
Mm.
marry the right wife, because there will be so many good options for, as in many good options for you. They will have character, have everything, but it's not about them being good. Are they good for you? Can they enter your pot and fit
Mm.
into it directly proportional? Do you get what I'm saying? So I think my ex that I had was she. I can even prescribe her for you if you are still single, Mr. Lovely. If you were single, I'll prescribe her for you.
I need a
You
second
get?
wife.
No. God forbid. God forbid for you. To be honest with you, if you were single, I'll prescribe her for you. Now, what I mean is that she was amazing, but the thing is that beyond good, beyond we can talk, we can connect. Can this person, can this person, can this person now be seen in your vision? Can you get what I'm saying now? Do you get what I'm saying now? Can this person now be in your, because see, to be honest with you, I'm saying it very much again. Many men of purpose, they barely have successful marriage. Because when you have, it's good, it's easy to choose from good and bad. But it's difficult to choose from good, better, best, excellent. It's hard.
Mm.
I wish you understand what I'm talking about. It is more easy to choose from choose good and bad. But it's more difficult to choose good from good. Everything is good around you. It now start taking an inner insight to discover the value that lies within.
Mm.
To take the what's it called? To take the what's it called? The litmus paper and carry out the litmus test and see that the validation is clear. You get the point? So what are my lessons? Number one is this, is that number one, let me just share four lessons. Number one is this, is that go for a woman who can submit a vision under your vision. Do you get what I'm saying now? A woman whose vision can be submitted under your vision. And he says that you have to dream big too, but a woman who can be submissive to the, because see, let me tell you what wife is. Your wife is meant to help you. She's coming. So as the first thing the man does is that a man has to have a vision. The woman too, she's coming with a vision, and the vision she's coming with tally with your vision. So a woman's vision. Now, let me get this point clear now. You have a vision as a man. I have a vision as a man. So my wife's vision now, can submit to my vision. Let me explain that part to you. Because if it can't submit to your vision, you guys will have problem. Do you get what I'm saying now? So that's number one. My woman who has a vision and does have a vision, our vision can submit to your vision. Do you get what I'm saying now? And you as a man, ensure that your vision is big enough to carry her vision. So that she can see and say, there's no woman on the surface of the earth that will come around me and will not be humble. Because I will literally humble you my own vision. It's so big that it will oversize you. Number two, lessons I would say I've learned is that don't go after these physical features. They can be so deceptive. Okay? Don't go for those figure eight, standing breasts, big back, what's it called? Puffy waist. Okay, don't just go for those things. Okay, because those standing breasts will one day sag. Those things tomorrow that you see that is tempting you, one day become a production of feces. You get what I'm saying now? And so please, don't just look at the physical features. Look within. Don't be carried with the container. Be concerned about the content. Okay? And don't allow your erection give you direction. Don't allow your erection give you direction. Number 3, give you direction, because it can be deceptive at times. So men that are here, don't allow your erection give you direction. So another thing I have learned again is this: is that what's it called? That ladies are very fragile. Take them with ease. You know, I used to be very hard man. I don't take nonsense. I don't take nonsense. But I think my current woman has humbled me to the core. You know, she solidified the block in me and made me a meek man. Okay, you know, I'm not an easy person, sincerely. I'm a man. I don't care about this. Don't care about it. I'm a very, very hard person, sincerely. It's not because I want to be hard. Because this is a personality that was built over the years from my parents, from my dad precisely. So I was a very hard person. But I think that affected my past relationship, because I don't care. Who cares about what you think of that thing? Take it. Do it this way. Follow this way. This is the way that you must follow. But understand that ladies are fragile. Don't just sit in your own lane. Okay, women are gifted with intuition. They can see beyond women. Okay, I think I have learned to humble myself and let them guide you. Women have intuition. I think one of the lessons I've learned in the past relationship I had is that I was a very rigid person, very, very rigid. Follow my way, and my way is the only way to follow. It is the best way, the good way, and every other ways is rubbish. Sure you get. But I think I have learned to what's it called? I have learned to give listeners and say, okay, what are you even saying? Let me even hear what you are saying. You get what I'm saying now? And it's all thanks to the woman who has made it possible. Wherever she is, I'm saying, this is me saying this again. Thank you for remodeling me. I'm dedicating this. I'm thanking you wherever you are watching this video. You might be here, you might not be here. This is me saying, thank you for remodeling me, because I don't become cast today. If I'm thinking about marriage, I'm for cast.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
ladies are very fragile. Oga, I know say you be big man, you be boss. I beg, calm down. I beg. Especially, calm down. Give ladies room to express themselves. They have sense. They can give to you. Don't be a guy of your own. Give them chance to do what? To express themselves. Let me not take your time. Go ahead, next question.
All right.
If you're watching this video, God bless you so much for remolding me into a new creature.
Yes, it's a conversation, so it's not just questions. So let me say a couple of things based on what you have. I love the way you have outlined those points, and if you've been following the comment section, somebody has been, throwing more light on the point you have been giving. That is Lady. Well, yes, I know it's Madam Peg that has been doing that. Lady DT1 has been remolding to all the comments you have been saying, and have been, making it very sweet and interesting. I want to read two of them that she has said. She said both the content and the container should be spec. All right, so guys, that's what he's saying. So when Mr. Hollis says, don't just be carried away by the container, make sure you are concerned also about the content. He's not saying the container is not important too. That's what he's saying. But of course, both of them should be spec.
Mr. Loveday.
Yeah.
Mr. Loveday, many when we were growing up, most of us growing up, we always have this I want her slim. I want her yellow. I want him handsome. Ramsey Noah face. RMD Jovia. What's it called? John Emelo height. See, all these things are idol in our hearts. When you keep having a picture of these things in your heart, you cannot attract your. Many of us are speck and speck away. You get what I'm saying now? Check it. Many of us are speck and speck away. So many of us have this picture in our heart and it becomes an idol. So if she's not slim and yellow, you're not yet to her. Do you get what I'm saying now? You're not yet to her. So please and please, who I will get married to very soon, she's not even the person that I even have in mind to ever be with. Who I will get married to, she's not even the person I even had. I had a picture of person who I had in mind before now. But all these pictures shattered. Later when I know, no, this picture can be very wrong. Do you get what I'm saying now? So I learned to love what God wants for me. Next question, I beg.
Yeah, okay. So that's a redefinition of what content and content are very important. You know, but the truth remains that whether we like it or not, the container also has a way of attracting us, and we will not lose touch of that. And of course, when we say God would show us, He will definitely show us, and He will not give us something that we will also reject. God knows the best. All right, let's just submit our will to what God wants, and I'm sure He knows the best. So if He knows that this woman, this thing in your head would make you, go left, you will say no, go right, and that will be fine. And then also she said something about if she doesn't cost you an erection, please run. That's the DT saying, oh no, but don't let it give you direction. But that's already the definition of the point you have raised. That's just from the comment section. I'm sure a lot of persons are following through with your comments very keenly as you're dishing it out. They are following through word for word, line for line. All right, so that's like I said. What's one last question under the relationship part before I jump over to the last section is what's your love language? So what's
love language
that touches you?
Out of service, number one. Out of service, you do it. I am more attracted to intelligent people. Okay, once you're intelligent, you are showing it, you are doing it. It does get to my head like so act of service. I want to see you do things. I want to see you do things. I take pride when I see my woman doing things out of service. I want to see you do things out of service. I think out of service and words of admiration. I'm a man, make my eyes swell up. Tell me things. Tell me I'm a king. I'm a territorial commander. I'm a chief. Tell me all those things. Let my hair sweet. Tell me those things.
All right.
First of all, I want to make you realize. I want to make you realize that what's it called? Love language are only in dimension. So you manifestly have all of them. So next question, please. Because I think I need to leave very soon, like now.
Yes. So much for love and relationship.
Shout out to my big sis in the building here, Lady DT. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, dear. Shout out to you, man.
Yes, Lady T, that's a shout out to you. Lady DT, that's a special shout out to you. And of course, Chamaka Global is there.
Chamaka Global. I cite you.
A whole lot of other persons are here rooting for you. Yes. So you are, of course, you're all highly appreciated for coming on to this live. Especially David too is also here. So
thank you.
I don't. Let's just take the last segment of this. So lifestyle. I know you are a very spiritual man, and prayers and everything is one of the things that you don't joke with. I know that. But let's look at the other side. What are the hobbies you do aside from praying and seeing visions and revelations? What are the other things you do that you do for fun? The hobbies you have. Let's have that part. Do you play at all?
To be honest with you, that's why I say, may God give my wife the more grace to keep changing me. Because many things people do I don't do. I hardly watch movie. I hardly go. You cannot even see me outside. Say, I hardly go out. If I go out, you not. I go. I don't snap picture when I go out. I go out and just myself. So I think my hobby should be reading. My hobby is reading. Maybe reading, praying. What's it called? What again? They like to do. What they like to do, say.
Hey, voila.
Speaking. I think my hobby is basically what's it called? Reading, speaking. Reading, speaking. Reading and speaking. And then we chatting.
Okay, so this is a special announcement to the one that Mr. Hollis has found. If you are on this live or if you're going to watch this video after now, you need to help him to play. All right, he has mentioned reading and speaking. That is those things that seem like serious business. As far as I'm concerned, you are reading to either do a speech, you are reading to increase your knowledge. These are not hobbies. As far as I'm concerned, no, I need play. What you do to relax, all right? And you have mentioned that you don't do the things we do. You don't watch movies, which is basically fun. Maybe you don't even listen to music. You listen to music, you just music and put you.
I don't relax. Maybe I hardly relax.
Make Mr. Hollis to play. I want to see him play. I want to see him go to the beach and relax. I want to see him go to restaurants and okay, don't worry. We know what you do behind the scenes.
Maybe when I get married, I'll start having. I don't think I have noticed. I don't. The thing is, I hardly relax. No time to relax. If I'm not doing anything, I don't feel I'm not normal. Either I'm listening to message, listening to teachings. Please, how did they relax? For me, I don't relax. I don't know.
Let me explain this to you. You see, as human beings that we are, all right. Our body has.
Before I used to play ball. I used to play ball before. I used to play football before. Before. I stopped it because, and I say, I'm going to spend. I do exercise. Not exercise, no man. But that is not still hobby. That is not my exercise. Please, babe. Teach me. Teach me and guide me.
The one that has captured his heart. Hope if you are hearing this now, hear it clearly. Make sure that you make it. It's important to you have to relax so that your body can, of course, rejuvenate. You see, this if you look at the wealthy people, you know, the Mark Zuckerbergs, you look at the Bill Gates.
Okay, Mr. Lodge, what's your own hobby? What's your hobby?
Don't worry. Before I answer you, let me finish what I'm saying so I don't distract you from this point. I don't forget the point. You see, the likes of Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, you know, Elon Musk, and the rest of them that are very successful, you know, wealthy, and they control the wealth of the world. If you notice their lifestyle, at some point they retire to some, you know, cottage home, away from their busy activities of life, and just relax. You can see them fishing. Things like fishing, riding bicycles, strolling on the streets. You know, they do those things to, of course, you know, relax and build themselves.
I watch football. That's my. Can that be hobby? I watch football. Chelsea fan.
That's the hobby. That's good. Football. That's good. At least you mention one. Watching football.
I watch Chelsea.
It's important. As much as we want to be very serious with our lives and, you know, be focused and all, this part of our life is very important. We also need to incorporate that so that we can be balanced. You know, I always preach balanced life. So well, that's not. It's the woman I will go and fight, not you. When I find her, I will fight her very well about that one. All right. So straight to the random questions. If you had a chance to speak with the president, if you have one chance to meet with the president of Nigeria or president of let me use Nigeria precisely, what would be that one question you're going to ask him?
If I meet Buhari today, Abi?
Yes.
I meet Buhari today.
Yes.
Okay. I don't think for me personally, I don't think I have anything to ask Buhari. I don't have anything to ask him. Maybe I have things to tell him. I don't have anything to ask him. There's
no reason to ask him a question of why things have not been moving well and all that. you have totally lost faith already in him?
Because okay, first of all, I Family Buhari today. I don't have any specific question to ask Buhari, to be candid. I don't have a question to ask him.
So what will you tell
Buhari
him?
said,
What will you tell him? If you can ask me a question, what will you tell him?
First of all, I will tell him three things.
Okay.
Number one is that Africans are gold mine. Nigerians are gold mine. Give them structures and working system that will make things better for Nigerians. I have friends in this country that travel out of Nigeria and they massively they become king in other countries. So please, sir, Oga President, you and your caliber should create systems for Nigerians to thrive. See, for anyone to grow, the soil must be very good. Nigeria, to be sorry, it's a crappy soil, sincerely. Nigeria, if you are doing Nigeria, you can do anywhere in the world. Number one, sir, you and your people should create systems for Nigerians to thrive. Many Nigerians are jackpot already. They didn't live in the country because Nigerian things are not working well like before. Number two is Baba. The future belongs to the young generation. We're not saying leave the vacuum for them, but create rooms for young people to lead. As I am, like I lived Nigeria for 1 year, Baba. For 1 year, with all the people I have gathered since I have gathered, I think I remain the same. So I'm not saying leave there, please. Be there, but be their guide rather than their leader. Because as a level at they are now, some things that they know are no longer relevant again. Now we be on board. Instead of leading us, guide us, be there, let us lead, then guide us as we lead. You can be like the Olowu in the kingdom. I can be the king, but you can be the Olowu advising me. You can be the chief. The king can be a very young man, but the Olowu, she can be old people, no problem. But let the main man, the main people in sectors, be young guys who are born in. No, when you are a young man, you have the energy to read, to study, to travel, to see what things are going well, and implement it in your nation. But these people, they don't have that power to really do those things. Check the point. So these are things I will tell him.
All right.
Then okay, go ahead. I'll stop you.
Just before your third point. Guys, listeners, this is the time when you ask your questions. So if you have any question, start typing it now in the comment section because we are done with the interview right now. So if you have any questions, start typing in the comment section while he wraps up his comments, and then we'll take your questions, and that will be all for tonight. So you want to make one last point. I just want to say that so people can ask their questions. So ask your questions while he wraps up his comments.
Okay. Then I will tell him that, sir, for everything that strive in this world are product of ideology. Everything that strive in this world are product of ideology. Don't just lead us. Paint the picture. Let Nigeria have an aggregate picture. Then you paint. You know, Dubai is where it's because they have the picture. This is what Dubai will be in the future. Does Nigeria have a picture, sir? I don't think you have a picture of the future. So, sir, don't just lead us cluelessly. Tell us the picture will be, and paint the picture in our heart. One reason why Mixer is striving today, we say Mixer, because I didn't just tell you about Mixer. I paint the picture of Mixer in your heart. I am telling the next 15 years, where we will be. Did you get what I'm saying now? So, as a leader, for everything to change, say ideology. Don't just say results. Say ideology. Christianity is ideology. Islamic is ideology. Everything that strives is ideology. I'll stop there. I think I see a question.
All right, you have two questions that you have to answer before you go. One of them says, "What is love to you, sir?" That's a question from Lady DT. Lady DT.
What is love to me?
What is love to you? That's the first question.
God is love.
So love to you is God.
Yes, God is love. Love to me is God. In the sense that in the sense that all that God will do, you should do it. Love is kind, love is good. You get what I'm saying now? So if you love me, see, love is not love for me, I don't know how, for me, is giving without expecting return. It's even if someone hates you, you're still loving the person. That's love for me. Love is selfless for me. I love you today now. If I love you for your past, your present, and your future. If I love you today, I love you for your past, your present, and your future. If I love you today, I will not say you because of your past and say I don't like you again. When I hear about your past, say no, so you are like this before, I don't love you again. Or I hear about your future, maybe you now become bad. I will not stop loving you because you must become bad. So if I love you for your past, your present, and your future. I love who you were, who you are, and who you will be. Even if you go wrong, so today, if you stop talking to me and hate me today, I will not say hate you because I love you. Love is selfless. Love is not give me, I give you for me. Love is give without return. Without investing, I won't give you back. That's love for me. If I love you, Mr. Loveday, I love you without even expecting from you. I give you without even expecting from you. The game I'm making now. So love for me is selflessness.
Exactly. So the second question, is if you were given an opportunity to change one thing in your life, what would that be, sir? That's from Chiamaka Global.
What would that be?
Yes, if you're given a chance to change one thing in your life, what would that one thing be? What is that thing that you would love to change in your life?
Okay. I think I would love to change the fact that I'm a product of what's it called? Growing up as a child, I'm a broken home. So I know he does a lot of wrong things. They later settled later, but it affected us already. I would change that my family never break because for 17 good years, my mom and my dad were not together. For 17 good years. You know what that means? 17 good years, my years. Who am I? So 17 good years without family, harmony, and the same thing. So for me, I would change that.
All right. Another question is here from Tosi for Real 2017. He says, sir, I was meant to understand that your parents and siblings reside in Lagos. How did you move to Delta and the reason behind your basing there? They want to know, how come you're not in Lagos?
Okay. First of all, I've stayed almost all my life in Lagos. And I went to Delta because of several reasons. Number one is that, growing up as a young child, they always thought that us is wish for us. So we didn't even go at all. I didn't even know the language. I'm just learning now, as big as I am, just learning. So I went there to because if I don't come here now, I may never stay in my entire life again because I know how far I will go. I went to know my origin, know how things work there. Like now, I have a lot of agenda that I would do in the Delta State. That's planned already. If I'm not there, I will not know these problems that are facing there and what I will do there. A lot of things that are going wrong there. So people like me, I'm here to explore. Okay, I'm here to explore. Family that in Lagos, but I'm here to explore, to learn and explore. See what is wrong. How can I change the narrative in this place? But if you're not in some way, you can't know what the people is prevailing in that place. Until you stay there, before you know what's prevailing in that place. So I'm here to study and know what is prevailing here, the problem here, challenges here, and see how me Hollis Idabor. Like I told somebody 2 weeks ago, I said, sir, mark today's date, I always will change the narrative of this place that I come from. So that's why it is. That's why I am here. I won't be here forever.
All right. That's so much for a night. We have even crossed the time mark, and I can't see another question. If you have any question, you have 1 minute to type that question, or we will be out of here in a jiffy.
I think My brother joined it recently. Harry, thanks. I saw Harry recently. Thank you for showing up. Harry Bex from Ghana. Thank you very much, Harry. Thank you.
Harry, nice to have you here. Nice to have you here. So one last question from me, and if I don't get another question from the audience, that would be the end. That would be all. If you had a chance to choose to come back to life again, to come back to this world again, what city or which country would you love to be? If you had a chance to return back to this world, all right, and choose your citizenship, which country would you love to be called from? Like which country would you say, okay, I want to come back as a Canadian, I want to come back as an American, I want to come back as a Nigerian, I want to come back as a Ghanaian. What country would that be that you want to come back as, if you are given a chance to return back to this world?
If I'm to come back this world again, I would love to still become an African, the rest of the nation in Africa. I would still have to be an African. I don't know the country, but still in Africa. Still in Africa. Still in Africa.
All right.
Africa are peculiar. Still Africa. Still Africa.
All right. So that's all we can take for tonight. I can't see any more questions. Thank you so much, Mr. Hollis Idabor, for joining us live on this BRL conversation. It's been a wonderful session, with you, the one man on fire. Of course, I'm sure you can hear the comment section. Tonight's session was super interesting. That's what they said here in the comments. It was worth my time, 100%. That's what 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐕𝐄𝐑𝐒𝐊 just dropped there in the comments section.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yes.
Thank you very much for having me. I am super accepted. Thank you very, very much. Can somebody shout fire? Take care.
Fire. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, that's all we can take for tonight's BRL conversation. It's nice to have the one man on fire. He just, of course, as always, he just brought down the fire right here in the studio. And of course, it was a fantastic 1 hour session with the one man on fire. All right, so it's, of course, I can see you. Thank you, Lady T, for hanging in there. Thank you, Chiamaka Global, for staying there. Thank you, Tosi, for real, for also grazing this episode of the BRL conversation. Thank you, Harry Bex, for joining us. Thank you, Pearl Mark, that is aka Precious Silacor, for joining us also at the BRL conversation today. Thank you so much. Who else do I have here? Yes, and every other person who has joined, Official Winston, thank you also for joining this session. Thank you, Energetic EJ, for joining us also in this session. And everybody else who have not been able to mention their name, who I can't see right now here. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you all. Please do well. Giga also, yes, Giga Omaya, thank you for joining us also. Do well to like, and of course, I say like, do well to subscribe, not subscribe, it's not YouTube. Do well to follow me here on Instagram, and turn on notifications so that, of course, next week Thursday, we will have another fantastic guest come and grace the occasion where we can also ask our questions and have a swell time as always. So very soon after this, I'm making a post where you get to go and nominate the next speaker you want to have. That's how we do it here. You nominate them, I bring them to the show for you. So just once you have this post, go there, just nominate whichever thought leader you want. Just go there, mention the person's name. That's all you need to do. And I will do the rest, and I'll make sure the person is right here in the studio for your own listening pleasure, and then you can ask your questions at will. All right, so that's where we're going to wrap up events for tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out. This is the BRL Conversation episode 6 with one man on fire, Mr. Hollis Idabor, and that's where we'll wrap up things for tonight. Good night, and God bless you. See you next week.